What's up, everybody? Welcome to Aged Out Reacts with the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast, Mike Fantini and
Evan Worrell.
and today we are joined once again with the most recent guest on the podcast, Paul Nalesnik. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Back for
Round
round
two.
two. Yeah, we did the cadets one
Stoked.
already.
Home
Could-
team.
Couldn't leave it there. So, before we get into today's videos to watch, the usual spiel. Let's see if I can not screw this up or leave anything out. All right, here we go. Subscribe on YouTube, like the video, comment, check out the podcast, Aged Out Podcast, on podcast services, Google, Apple, Spotify. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram to never miss an update about the podcast. Today's videos are from Drumline AV and Drumline Archives, so make sure you go subscribe and check out their content. It's all great lot videos from whatever years. Archives is more older stuff, I think, and AV is more recent, so there you go. Best of both worlds. And is there anything left out there, Evan? Did I get it all?
I think you nailed it. Do you have these written down, or are you just going off the cuff?
Oh, it's off the cuff. It's all in my brain.
Trust.
That's why it's inconsistent. Like usually every other recording, I'll like forget something. But all right, I got it, I think, that time. So today's video, as you can see, or the first of two videos, we're doing the same kind of format as the last cadets one we did. Old video followed by new video of the same group. As you can see in the top left of the screen now, SCV 04 show beats.
Iconic.
This is the Drumline
Yeah.
Archives video. This group, everyone puts this group in like the top 5 groups of all time.
Dude, they had probably one of the longest lot warm-up sequences I've ever seen in my life. But I used to have this DVD that I would play along to all their basic strokes and cheesy poofs and flammus and double beat. It would take
Oh,
like
yeah.
45 minutes.
Classics.
You can purchase them from Tab Space back then. Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is Tap
just,
Space
like,
still a thing?
Got all the scores. Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
For sure.
shows you how much I know. All right, before I embarrass myself more, here we go.
I'm stoked for this.
Oh my god.
This tuning is really exposed, right? I'm not dumb.
I mean,
Super
yeah,
exposed.
The snares,
Yeah.
The quads and bass are just so open. You literally hear the Scheherazade melody. The
I
quads.
know.
Oh my God, those rolls. Oh God, it's so
You
good.
heard one single roll out yet?
No, I haven't. Like not even a first diddle anywhere. Like
You go back like 15 seconds. I want you to listen to these heritas.
okay.
They're like interpreted. Like they're not rhythmically perfect triplets. They're like they slur them. It's like the most lyrical sounding thing I hear in a line. Like literally, try to listen for them. It's towards the end of the next phrase here. Right here, coming up.
Oh my God. I never noticed that. Hold on, I've watched this video throughout the years. I've never noticed that. That's
That's what you
awesome.
call it.
It's almost like a 5-lit where
Yeah.
they leave out like a partial.
Yeah, and it's like it's such a great end to the phrase too. It's like a little bit of intrigue, and you're like, "Oh, what is that?" And then they just disappear with the roll.
That's-
It's like
that's nuts.
So nice.
A warming sizzle.
Listen up.
Ooh, these bass drums sound great.
You see like extended, and like
Dude, they all look so chill.
Oh yeah, they're just hanging out. Tastes a
Oh,
little
it's the
low.
star.
They're so warm.
polish it out.
Dude, it looks like they're about to get storm rolled in them with a tree
I
blow.
know, right? It's like the apocalypse back there.
Sell a past melody on the sections. It's so genius.
I
Sorry.
love Casella's writing so
Your
much.
volume was low on that one, Paul. You want to say that again?
The way that Casella passes the melody around each section, you know, whether it be like if you go back, you hear the bass drums, maybe like 20, 30 seconds, but there's just so much clarity in where that melody is. Like nothing covers itself up. It's so clear and so melodic. and everything has a voice. You know, it's not just like a pattern or sticking. It has a sense of musicality. It's so lyrical if you listen to it. Melody right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, he does such a good job of just like segmentally building intrigue into like mass like ensemble phrases.
Singles right here.
Damn.
It's like a second or something. That was like a triple roll.
Oh, here's the part of the video you were talking about.
Yeah.
Let's get past this. There we go.
Pause.
Okay.
So like just then too, even though it wasn't crazy, just a simple singles like alternating strokes like just from the center out to the edge of the drum, like nothing crazy, but just the balance and blend and for everybody to musically move at the same time just creates such an effect. Simple sometimes is underappreciated.
Yeah, and they play like eighth notes and quarter notes and like extended buzz rolls for whole notes, and it's like there's a musical motivation to everything. It's genius. I love how he uses a score and creates melodies from these membranophones, these like singular pitched instruments.
Have you seen his videos on YouTube where he's like walking through like like 03 full ensemble score and stuff?
He has the follow the music score and stuff. And he has
those
some
are
old school like guides to arranging, like the 97 guide to arranging. A lot of stuff in there is just priceless, man. And this example of how to take this symphonic score and orchestrate it into a drumline. This is like a clinic, man. It's phenomenal.
I just can't get over the exposure in the snare drum tuning.
I love those 4/3s.
Heritage for days.
I love Heritage so much.
Ramada.
Tempo.
This is so groovy. So groovy. So melodic. So simple.
There's a part in the show too where in the drill they're like completely integrated, like this massive arc, snares and quads, and the balance and blend is just unparalleled.
Oh yeah, it's coming. That's a drum break. So much interplay.
Oof.
Close one.
I miss the sticks in.
Yeah,
People don't do that much anymore.
I'm kind of digging
Let's
it.
just 2 drum shots.
I like this.
Stock stuff right here.
The hand-to-hands.
Three. Like just repeated 3.
Accent to tap, folks.
Wow.
It's like
Man.
I gotta
This
say,
stuff makes me smile. My cheeks hurt.
I gotta say, like I've heard a couple in the last like minute of this video, a couple little random ticks on one or thing or the other, but I just don't care.
This is early. This is it's like San Antonio or something.
Oh man. Again, I still just don't care. Like it's just so fun to listen to.
They know to weight it, drum, when to sense it.
Oof. crescendo roll underneath all that.
Huge, just
Dude, the like speed up and slow down the use of like metric intrigue to just like pull you in.
oh yeah. There's a figure at the very end of this too, like Layer's dotted eighth, it's over a 9-lit or something. It's the most intriguing thing ever.
Oof.
Yeah, pause for a second.
That
Like
was-
you didn't. There's not a ton of movement. It's not like the craziest quad pattern, but it's like what we were talking about before, like on the podcast that we recorded. Like everything has a harmonic like purpose. Like you hear the same sort of because that's the part in the horn line. That's the part in the front ensemble, and he uses the quads to mimic that as well as the bass drums. And it's like. I feel like I rarely hear that nowadays where like the quads are a lyrical melodic instrument. It's more about the ram and the crazy sweeps and everything. And it's like,
You could say the same thing about bass lines, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little less about the music. It's more about the the trends and the cool
flash.
rudiments, right? And
Yeah.
I feel like this is a great example of getting the best of both worlds, knowing when to put the flash in. Like the drum feature we just watched, everything around that was super musical and lyrical, but that was like, a little bit more in your face, and it fit the part in the show. It fit the music. Even the front ensemble too. I should mention, you don't hear them in this video, but they're ramming 16th notes too. It's really, really really inspiring. There's so much musical motivation in all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I love it. Love it.
Rhythmic motifs.
Listen on the bass drum.
Yeah. Just beefy rolls for days.
Dude, what is that rhythm?
I don't know. They just made it up. They just played what they felt.
Dude, the bass drum. This is like a quarter note walk down.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's nice.
So flash.
I'm a
man.
fan.
dude, what is this from? Like, what does it say in the description?
I think it's San Antonio, man. Maybe.
Show more. I don't know.
Doesn't say. Doesn't say.
All right, that's all right.
All right.
Fast forward.
It's the same music, right?
Yeah, same
Yeah.
music.
Here's,
different arranger.
Just Rennick
different era.
versus Casella.
Obviously, I'm assuming the brass arranger is probably different from those years too.
Oh yeah.
So like just different all around stuff to work with.
Different era of drum corps too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally different. All right, here we go. This is the Drumline AV video. This is the end of the season. This is finals, so.
Woo.
Day crescendo.
Oh yeah.
Shirley Murphy's.
Yes, sir.
I love Shirley Murphy's.
I do too.
Joe.
Can you go back just
So-
to the start of that phrase? Because I feel like this year, man, something about the writing, something about maybe it was Scheherazade, but it just seemed like it was just so much more virtuosic than anything I heard Paul write, in the years past. I just feel like if you hear the drop of this drum break, man, there's so many intriguing parts to the stickings and the rhythms, how they interplay within the sections, man, and like he does an excellent job of what we were just talking about with the melodic writing, but he does it in a way that's so clever. Yeah, check it out. It's like it's rhythmically dense, but it's still tasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Those little short bursts.
Yeah. So, ostinato.
Using the timbre of the instrument.
Some hand speed changes in there.
Yeah.
That was literally perfect. That lick was perfect.
Super melodic, super musical. Love this quad break.
There's something good just about like a nice Spock roll.
I feel like he uses the
like
3-4 to Spock so well. That contrast.
Yeah. And something about this feature, he bases it mostly in like 5-lit, but you're hearing these like paradiddle and sticking and singles figures that don't really feel like 5-lits, but it just has a slurred over the bar line feeling, and then it just comes out of nowhere with these like shots on the one drum. It's so fresh, man. Can you go back?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to watch that again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Great. 5-lits.
Those buzzes are warm.
His snare lines always have nice, warm, full buzz rolls. Probably the best, almost the best buzz rolls almost every summer. Like it's just that's like an overlooked thing by most groups. A lot of times I feel like they just take them for granted. They just take them for granted.
And most groups aren't playing the instrument like an instrument either. It's like they actually treat it like an orchestral like snare drum, and they play the buzz rolls the same way you would on a classical instrument. It's not overbearing or too weighty or pressurized in the grip. It's all open, nice and open. And if you listen to the lead into this drop where you just paused, like he generates so much excitement and build and how he orchestrates each theme. It's so cool, man. Like there's so much direction.
Yeah, his writing is never stagnant. Like you put it really well. There's so much direction all the time.
Yeah. Narrative school excerpt. It's really cool. You can hear the same piece of music from two composers.
Yeah.
You can tell this is Scheherazade.
Yeah.
Both sides. You can tell the composition of the music is motivated because of it. Right? Not just the famous rhythm from it. It feels like a piece.
Dude, the musical contrast is just going so fast, just so often.
Extended phrases. You can tell you're relieved at the end, right? Like, kind of like that feeling. Just that.
I love that too because one thing, pause for just a second. It's like the absence of like space can like make speed seem stagnant, but when you insert that space or you insert the softness, it makes it seem faster. It makes it seem louder by doing that contrast to like right before it. It just like allows your ears to like open up, and then when you get that like oomph hit with you, it impacts so much more.
It hits you that much harder. Yeah, it's just
they play softer than any group out there, and it gives them that expanded dynamic range to be able to finally reach those impacts and have such a wide range of feeling through that, right? Like that journey. It's like it's not just a 3 to 15. Like it's almost unlimited. You have this range but just based on musical interpretation, like where you are in the phrase, and they know how to relate it to the volume level of the drum because they know how to make good sounds. They don't overdo it, and they know what it takes to play with a good sound at that max dynamic range. So he knows that, and he does it in his composition. It's so there's such long
set up for success.
Yeah, he writes with it.
Long phrases.
He writes with it in mind, and the technique and approach they teach is conducive to it, and then it just comes out just in full force. Just like you said, the lows are so low, the highs are so high. It just makes everything just that much more impactful to the listener. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Like, I never get bored watching a Rennick lot once they get to show music, because all exercises bore me at this point. But like when you get to show music, I'm never bored. I'm always interested in what's going on, even on like a subtle slow section where there's not a whole lot of playing happening. It's just like what's going to happen next. You just never know.
Yeah, and you watch this stuff with the front ensemble and the horn line, and it's just
whole different level.
It just works so well together, and better than anyone else out there, in my opinion.
Dude, I love those Hocket parts.
He knows how to make you feel an arrival,
Yes. Very much so.
Woo. That's fresh.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Oh, dude. Yeah, the cymbals and basses.
Ooh, that roll was nasty.
Dude, go back.
Yep.
Just go back. Yeah. Like
that's
10
a great
seconds.
example. That's a great example. They know how to line up the hands, cushion that roll, and just take it all the way to pianissimo,
That was a paradiddle little roll, I think. Like it started with a PDD.
All the way to the top.
Yep.
Here we are. Right? Like it's no rival. So, Bengals over the sweeps. Evans.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that a 7?
Those deviled eggs.
Yeah, deviled eggs.
Yeah.
3, 2, 2. I love that rudiment. He writes a lot of deviled eggs and egg beaters. I love that.
It's an underutilized rudiment, man. They sound cool. They feel good.
Feels so good. Feel nice and open. Terrified.
Like that crescendo roll was just.
Check out.
Love when he does that. The hocketed shots.
Yeah.
Nice ripple bass visual. The puffies, real tasteful.
How many people use puffies besides them?
Not many.
Now they have that dual-sided stick. Rubber.
Yeah, this is so tasty. This whole phrase.
Style. This compliments
So soft.
full ensemble real well too. This part of the show.
We just went through like a 10-second, just like complete, almost open, fully quiet. Now it's just like, boom.
Yeah, the front ensemble had one of the craziest runs during one of those phrases too. Bass rounds, wow. You can hear the piece so clearly. Yep. I like his use of fourlets at the end of phrases. kind of opens everything up a little bit, but keeps the same feel.
Dude, go back.
Dynamic range.
That crescendo just started so soft and went all the way up.
Any layers bass drums in on it too. Bass drums and quads.
Jeez.
Oh, I love those.
The tap
Triple
fives
eighth
with
note.
the tap fives with the eighth note space between them.
He knows how to extend a phrase so well. Like go back maybe 30 seconds and it's like he uses those offbeat that same ostinato, 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 and then forte piano drops back down and brings you right back to it. It's like such an extended phrase.
A little bit further. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just watch this to the end.
Because the roll's so good, I don't mind watching it again.
Amen, brother.
Good
Man.
stuff.
Awesome.
Dude. It gets me happy.
Like I said, man, the way that you can hear the piece through the orchestration of the battery in both videos is just so intriguing to me. You know, both composers completely musically motivated and thinking about the full score, and it's so apparent, you know. But it's cool to see the different era of drum corps in each, right? Like how you know, with amplification and everything changing, how it, you know, affects
Different
written and
kind of like
affects
methods and use
the
of
tuning.
staging within the horn line and the battery and stuff. And
evolution is real, man. It's so awesome.
yeah, it's wild. It's cool. It's fun to watch it evolve.
Yep, for sure. Well, dude, another solid video in the books. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody else, thanks for checking the video out. Keep spreading the word. Share the content. Let me quickly reiterate the spiel. Subscribe, like, comment on this video. Tell your friends. Instagram, Facebook, Aged Out Podcast. Patreon.com/Aged Out Podcast for financial support. Podcast services, Google, Spotify, Apple, and Drumline Archives, Drumline AV. Go check out their channels. Everybody else, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Peace.